So today's video was inspired by my date last night. He had seen on Instagram that I had a couple of zits on my face, but and then when I went to the date, he's like, so did you bring the zits with you? I said, oh yeah, they're on my face. He's like, I can't see them. He like put the flashlight on my face. He's like, what did you do? I can't even see them. Oh my god, you're a ninja at covering them up. And I'm like, I should do a video on this. Like, so here it is. Hope you guys enjoy it. Like, I'll show you what it looked like before and after. So breakouts happen to everybody. We all get them, and whether you can't avoid them, but we can cover them up, and that's what we're gonna do today. So what we're gonna start off is, which I've already done before I start filming, is you're gonna exfoliate your skin, because you know how every time you get a pimple around it, you get this flaky situation going on? Yeah, to avoid that, you exfoliate so it gets rid of that skin. So I've already done that, and I've already moisturized. So you make sure your face is moisturized, and then leave it for like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 minutes before start applying makeup. And I've already done that to save you and I some time. Next step is what I like doing. I put on this tea tree oil stuff. It's actually a daily solution. It's not the actual plain old tea tree oil. It's a serum, but it works when I put it on the pimple. So that's what I'm going to start off by doing this. I'm going to put a drop on the pimple. I feel like I need to get closer to you guys. Okay. Getting up close and personal. I don't like putting it directly from this on the pimple, because then I don't want to spread the bacteria all over the place. So I had just washed my hands, so I'm going to put a drop on my, I don't know if you guys can see, drop on my finger and dab it on where the problem areas are. And then I got one there, and I think I got one here. If I'm not mistaken, I thought I saw some here too. And there. Hello, my friends. I should probably name these guys, but I haven't found good names for them. Now that's that. We let it soak in a little bit. So now that we have applied the tea tree oil and it has been absorbed, it's foundation time. I like to prime my face before I put foundation on, because then that way it covers all the pores. And the one that I love is this one by YSL. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put it a little bit where you get pores. Depends, like everybody's pores are different spots. Mine are mostly here. And there, forehead, and then on the pimples too. Okay. We always like think that more coverage is better when you get pimples, and it's actually not good. It's gonna look cakey, it's not gonna look clean. So the less is better. Less coverage, but less overall coverage, but more coverage on the actual situation. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm gonna apply foundation. Well, let's use my usual Airflash by Dior. I use color 301. I like to apply it to my sponge. I already wet my sponge. I'm gonna shake this, shake it. Oh, okay. So you just apply there, and then I like to just do that, and then start dabbing. Dab. Don't worry if the pimple shows through. It's okay. We're not gonna worry about that. Right now we're just trying to get full coverage, and then we're gonna cover the pimples. mirror is down here. That's why I'm looking down, in case you were wondering. And once you're done applying the foundation, you want to let it sit for a few minutes. Don't apply other things right away on top of it if you want a flawless finish. So bring it down the neck. We do this. Have you noticed we make the funniest faces when we do makeup? Or am I the only one? Maybe I'm the only one. Alright. So you can see that the pimple is still showing. We're not going to worry about it. It's okay because I haven't even applied concealer on top of it. So once we apply concealer, then we're going to conceal that. Okay. I think I've done enough of dabbing. The stabbing has been my cardio pretty much. Okay, so we're gonna move on to concealer. I like using this one by Makeup Forever. Next step is gonna be concealer. We're gonna conceal those little planets. These guys that nobody wants on their face. I like using my fingers because we want concentrated product on there. And we don't want it to be absorbed by the sponge or by the brush. So I like using my finger, but you use whatever you want to use. So you want it to, the color you choose, you want it to match your skin tone. So I would have to mix these two to make it match mine. So I think I already mentioned you wanted to use like a creamy or because they give you more coverage. So just dab it on. Don't worry if it doesn't match yet. Okay. So now that we've done that, next step, I'm gonna take a smaller brush, and you're gonna try to blend around it, not the top where the actual pimple is, but just around it. Because you don't want excess to sit there, so you're just gonna go around it and try to blend it in. Can you guys see what I'm doing? And then this one too, around it. Oh, I'm using It Cosmetics Airbrush Crease Brush. I love It Cosmetics brushes. They're just like so soft. See, I'm going around it. So blend those edges. Blend those edges. Blend. So you can see where they are. It's right, there's one right there, one right there, one right there, because we're not finished yet. By the end of the video, you'll see that. You will not be able to tell they're there. Okay, so and then this one. I've already blended in the edges. Okay, so we're gonna check to see if we need to put a little bit more concealer on the spots. I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush. I'm gonna pick the two colors again, like so. Since I already used my finger the first time around, I don't need to put a lot more product on top of it. So we're just gonna go in the areas, just like a quick, add a little bit more product to make sure they're like completely concealed. So we got that going, and then I'm going to take a bigger brush and I'm going to try to, actually I'm going to take my sponge that still has a little bit of foundation on. I'm just going to dab it on. Like, you don't want to do it too hard and to remove product. You just want to do this so that it blends and just like dab it on. Dab, dab. This way it just pushes the product into your skin. And it sounds bad, like it's like I don't want any product in my skin, but you want to hide those pimples, you got to do it. We're gonna take the little brush and just around it, so make sure it doesn't really look like that we have anything covering up. What my favorite concealer is this guy by Magic Away by Charlotte. Again, I just bought this thing and I'm actually kind of sort of really obsessed with it. I'm loving this right now. So I'm gonna add concealer because like we want to finish this look. We got it, guys, we got it. So blend that concealer. Blend it in, dab, dab, dab. I like to use the pointy side of the beauty blender to blend it in. Add that. Now that it's all like blended, I think it is blended. Gonna check. Yep. I just love concealer. It makes a huge difference when you put it on. I don't know, I just can't live without concealer, just so you guys know. We're gonna set all the stuff, the spots that we treated, we're gonna set it with this powder. This one by Charlotte Tilbury. I never know how to say the name. It's Airbrush Flawless Skin 2 Medium. This guy. I'm gonna use this hourglass brush. Dude, like everybody needs this thing. The other end is just so fluffy and you need this. I don't recommend too many products, but the one that I do, it's a must-have. Like this is a must-have. So as you guys can tell, like I've used quite a bit of this. Meaning I like it. So I'm gonna set my under eyes like very lightly. It's just so light, and you can use it throughout the day to set the areas that you get oily and it doesn't get cakey. So we're gonna go in and set those like little spots. And for the ones that are like giant, the spots that are giant, what I like doing is I go in with a foundation, powder foundation, and you just put this around it, and it just makes it, there's more product on there, it makes the illusion that it's like, it's smoother. Oh yes, that's the thing I'm looking for, the word, smoother, to make it look smoother. Only the ones that are like ginormous, you know. So just around it, you just pack this. The two that were big on my face was that one, and then there's this one too. So I'm just gonna use this just around it. It just makes it look a lot smoother. Now we're gonna add some bronzer to give our face life. I love using the hourglass one. I dropped it and it broke. It was the saddest moment of my life. Is this still on? Yeah. So I'm no makeup artist, so I'm like, please don't yell at me. Gives it such a nice glow. And I like to finish. Do you see the pimples? No. Do you seriously see them? You don't, do you? We're gonna use some highlighter. The one that I've currently been obsessed with. Okay, you don't want to highlight the areas that you have pimples. So if you have breakouts around where you normally highlight, I would avoid highlighting, but lucky for me, this time my pimples were not around the highlighting area. So I'm gonna, this is the one Laura Mercier. I just like to dab it on a little bit. I'm using another It Cosmetics brush. This one would be Airbrush foundation, but I'm using the foundation brush to apply highlighter. I don't like rules. It just gives it like a nice subtle glow, nothing too drastic. That. And you want to set your whole face, or at least I like to set my whole face. We're gonna use Givenchy setting powder. I don't even know how to say the rest of it. Oh, it's dirty. Looks like that. Just like a touch, just to like smooth out everything, just like all over. And to not have a cakey face, what I like doing is like the powdery, the powdery cakey look. Maria Badescu. Was that how you say it? What did I just murder that name? Yeah. I'm sure you guys have seen this all over the internet. I use it as a setting spray and it makes my makeup look dewy. This is the cheap version. My actual all-time favorite is the Touche one, but this one's expensive, so I don't use it as often. But this one is like, I think $7, $8 at Ulta. So you can just... it'll give your face a dewy look and you're not gonna have that powdery thing, caked up situation. Alright guys, I think we're done. I think my job is done here. I hope this video was helpful and you learned a thing or two, or that I hope my techniques work for you too. Please comment in the comment section if you have tried those tricks and it worked for you or not. So I hope it helps you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.